Watch agency powered by Extras. Lights flash, cameras roll, media power taking control. From the boardroom straight to the streets, global trending every beat. Big moves, 100K views, every click we never lose. When the vibe goes up, the message sends. It was agency powered by Extras. Step to the left, hands to the sky. Clap to the rhythm, don't be shy. From city to city, the signal blends. Power worldwide by Extras. Trend it up, we go worldwide. Number one global, can't deny. Hashtag fly impressions and it was agency powered by Extras. Trend it up, we go worldwide. Number one global, can't deny. Hashtag fly impressions and it was agency powered by Extras.
Turn it louder, let the bass line drop. From the timeline straight to the top. Every share, every stream, business blends. We trend the world, we don't pretend. Corporate sharp with a party vibe. This is media amplified. With the engine strong, success ascends. A works agency powered by Extras.
Oh, Extras. Hey. Everybody move, don't stop, don't end. Hands up high, feel the world ascend. Towards every powered up, driven by Extras. Trend it up, we go worldwide. Number one global, can't deny. Hashtag fly impressions and doors agency powered by Extras. Trend it up, we go worldwide. Number one global, can't deny. Hashtag fly impressions and doors agency powered by Extras.
I'm gonna send you the Instagram.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another show. I hope you guys all had a great weekend. Happy Monday. So today we got Jeff. Well, he's come back for another show. So welcome to another exciting live show presented by Zero X Agency on X. Today we are joined once again by the legendary Jeff Schwartz, known globally as the Liquidator. Jeff has built an impressive career as one of the North America's leading auctioneers, recognized for his hit TV series and his successful company, Direct Auctions. Known for his bold energy and ability to bring rare collectibles to light, Jeff continues to redefine how auctions connect buyers and sellers around the world. Welcome, Jeff. Thanks for coming on the show again.
Good morning. How are you guys doing? Or good afternoon, actually, back east.
Yeah, we're doing good. You know, as things are always moving around the world, and you know, there's always things to talk about. There's, you know, just like today, we're going to be talking about the items that you have today. You know, there's collectibles. There's, you know, people are always, you know, people's always dabbling into multiple different things. You know, it could be crypto, it could be collectibles, it could be torches, it could be fine art and all that stuff. So today, you know, Jeff is here today to tell you guys a little bit what's going on with his auctions. He's got a few of them coming up.
Yeah, you know, thanks for the intro on that. We are, by the way, we're doing some live streaming on our Instagram and our whatever, Facebook and whatever, TikTok, Twitter, and everything else. So I've got a bunch of stuff in front of me that your audience might see, but I'm going to describe it as much as possible. No, it was very interesting when we did that interview a week ago. We're talking about the show and whatnot, and I was listening to some of the feedback and some of the comments. And you know, what does Jeff think about, you know, the current markets? I guess a lot of people were referring to, of course, the volatility of Bitcoin and Decorian or of all the various coins that are out there. And you know what? And I noticed that what I found very fascinating is, if you look at Warren Buffett, you know, Warren Buffett does not get into the crypto space. Institutional buyers are buying it. But why Warren Buffett? He likes to have a hard asset. And you know what we found very important in this particular auctions that we're coming to, actually to promote onto your site as well, is that some of the stuff that people are buying, they don't really know, you know, what it is that they're buying, if there's any value in it. People want to secure some of their investments and take it elsewhere. Like the Rolex fad was one of the things. And this is why I thought it was really important to answer some questions and also pretty much tell you that what we've got in the next three auctions is probably you're never going to see it again in North America. In fact, I've been doing this for a long time. We do have this auction coming up this week on Olympic torches and a whole bunch of Olympic stuff. And I'd like to tell you a little bit more, well, how I think that some of this money that people are making could tie into something that, you know, they have. It's a long-term investment.
Oh, did we just lose him?
Oh, that was a pause. I just kept on going forever, so I thought I'd put a power pause on. You know what? If you let me speak, I'm just going to keep talking.
Well,
So,
hey man, we're all here for you, and let people know who you are, what you got going on, especially when it comes to the auctions coming up. Have a
all right.
way,
Well, let's
give
talk about
everybody.
what we got coming up here this week on the 24th, 10 a.m. So, what a lot of people don't understand auctions, and of course, with the years ago when you go to an auction, you'd have 500, 250 people show up to an auction hall, guy 50, 75, 100 bid, 125. Then during COVID, it went all online. So there's live auctions, but they're not. You don't have to go. So you could be sitting in South Dakota and buying something from South Korea. Well, North Korea, I don't think you get it out, but and you just basically hit a button. And so now we essentially like eBay and what Amazon does, you take an item, you post it online, and you can bid. There's a shit ton of auctions. Of course, notably we got Sotheby's, we got Christie's, and all that in between. We got Ritchie Brothers and so forth. And then you got guys like us. We're downright scrapping dudes, and we picked up this stuff from this Olympic collector. I've got torches from the LA games. I've got, of course, Vancouver torches. And now you look at this stuff, and you just got to go to directauctions.ca and see what is it that I have. Well, I tell you what, these torches, it's not what something's selling for. It's actually what they are selling for. So a company in the United States offered this guy a considerable amount of money. He went with us because we're a Canadian. And some of these torches are selling anywhere from 3,000 to 10,000 up to 50,000. We've got 46 of these things. Why is it so important? Well, of course, for us, we're trying to make money off it. I'm going to be blunt. But someone has some extra money and they want to buy, 2 or 3 of these torches. This stuff is actually selling in the market for $5,000 and $10,000. So if a guy picks these up for $1,500, $2,000, it's like money in the bank. It's almost like educating somebody like Lego. People don't believe me that Lego, it goes up in value. Hold on to Lego, and of course the market goes up and down. But this auction, because you don't see this, you don't see there. If you Google Olympic memorabilia, Olympic torches, you're going to find exactly the same stuff that I have. And it's like you're taking some of that crypto money or whatever money you have, and you're tying it into something that's tangible, kind of doing what Warren Buffett's, motto is. So now you got something like in front of me. I've got a 1984 torch. That thing is sold anywhere from, believe it or not, $8,000 to $30,000. The guy picks this thing up for $2,500. You know what? Spends a little bit of time, but he's got a tangible asset as well. He's got a great decor. You don't get this kind of stuff too often. You might get 1, 2, 3 torches, not 46. So people who watch it, you go online, you register for auction, you bid. It's basically not like eBay where you can do a buy now option. We do it a little bit differently, where we actually go online and you go into our space, 50, 75, 100 bid, 125, 150, 175. So, you pay for the item, and we help you arrange shipping, and you can get them shipped to any of your location.
It's awesome. Same thing when it goes worldwide. I mean, this is an opportunity for anybody around the world. If you're a passion collector, same thing when it comes to world assets like paintings or like the torches, or again, Jeff will talk about some of the other stuff that he's got coming up for auction as well. But these are the types of things that hold value, right? Just like Jeff was talking about when it comes to Rolexes and stuff like that. That's why people invest in these things, because what they're investing in holds a value. Right, it doesn't necessarily just depreciate.
So then along the way, we hooked up with a producer. His name was Chris Wyatt. He was a CBS producer in around the late 80s, early 90s. He was doing a documentary on UFOs. So he went out and interviewed so many people. So he's basically got uncut tapes from all these excerpts from Area 51. He's got interviews from Gene Huff, who worked at Area 51. Gordon Cooper, he was a pilot, and he's got 100 and was part and saw a lot of this stuff, as well as Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar, of course, he was interviewed as well. Has been on Joe Rogan. We have a yearbook that came out that was only produced for Area 51. And at one time, the FBI and CIA would not allow this yearbook to be released. Why? Because it had the people that worked at Area 51 that had knowledge to what actually was going back there. Now, you don't have to believe in UFOs. You don't, but this is the stuff that the government hid secret. And Chris went on, produced a show, did another season, was going to do some more, got into something else. We're selling the rights to these tapes with some of the people that today are on Joe Rogan. For example, the book, the very first cover, you can't really see it, but I'm going to pull it out right now. It's got this very first page. It was Carl Spatz. He was the guy that did the original cover-up of the first spacecraft or UFO spacecraft that crashed wherever the hell it was. I don't know, probably in Roswell, and they took it apart. And that's why this yearbook was so significant, because these were all the employees that worked at Area 51 at the time, and they didn't want anybody. Now, of course, you take a name, you can Google it on, and you can find it. But back in those days, you get a hold of these guys, track them down, and they were trying to hide this from the public. So these interviews that we have, that Chris had done for a show a number of years ago, are so significant in what's happening today. If you're into this UFO space, we've of course got pictures that Chris had got from aliens and spaceships from all around the world, which we saw comparison sell on Sotheby's for $7,000-$10,000 US. But these recordings of some of the main guys that were involved in the extraction of this spacecraft. We have astronauts, that NASA astronaut who just before he passed away, he had mentioned a whole bunch of different stuff and talked about it. Mike, what was it exactly he had said?
He said that all the things that he'd seen in orbit and all the UFOs that buzz around the Earth and everything.
So he was an astronaut that did pass away, and he'd said the amount of stuff that we actually saw that we hide from the public is incredible. This is an original interview, never, ever been published. Now, talking about auctions, of course, I'm here to promote the sale. This is what we're doing. But I'm telling you, you go today, go on Google, you're going to find auctions. You're going to see Amazon, you're going to see Costco stuff, you're going to see antiques, collectibles, you're going to see farm equipment. I am telling you, in 35, and I'm going to say the word fucking because that's my personality, 35 fucking years, this is, it's the ass of the Mohicans, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm literally looking at an Area 51 yearbook with, I mean, again, take these names, go Google Joe Rogan, go Google, Bob Lazar. And these are tapes that have not been released that you're not going to see. And we're putting this all up for auction. What day is it actually, that one?
It's going to be in November.
November.
Yeah. And we've got 177 tapes. I think there's just under 100 interviews.
100 interviews, about 177 tapes with some other stuff that we picked up. Again, how do you put a value on this? I could put a value on some of the pictures of the spacecrafts that we had around. We saw them sell for $68,000. But this is something that, like, it's almost like an NFT, where people are factoring. You don't get this. It's along with the Olympic stuff. You don't get stuff like this in such a large quantity. Literally, if you're going to do a show on UFOs or you're going to do some kind of, you would want to get these tapes with some of the people that had done some of the interviews that could give you firsthand experience and knowledge of what they see, whether you believe it or not, that this is actually them. The significance of this is priceless. So a person to buy something like this, hold on to it, and of course, before the aliens come, you've got some information on what's happening.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. It really is. Like you're saying, like to have all this stuff in one spot. I mean, people go years and years and years to try and build and put together a collection, and you literally have, a holy grail of collections at the tip of your fingers,
We're also doing at the same time. I mean, what an amazing amount of stuff to put in for 50 minutes on we're Wayne Learie. So if you guys ever watch my show, his name's Wayne. He is known as Rye. He's been behind me. You don't see it, but I got the original green alien from the very first episode from the Liquidator. That's the only piece that I've always kept. It has nothing to do with the other aliens, whether or not he's related to the alien auction, I don't know. But Wayne has been doing this for 45, 50 years. He's been picking. He's got some amazing collections. Again, in one of the items is a Kitsilano. So if you know the guys who know Vancouver, there's an area called Kits. It's a trendy area, very expensive area, restaurants and all this stuff. This is the original chief from Kitsilano that, again, you buy. It's about a 6-foot high totem pole done by this gentleman. How the family has got deep-rooted history in Vancouver. For those of you who know, native works, like if you look up Bill Reed, his originals are worth upwards of $500,000 to $1 million. We've got some of this rare stuff that's coming into an auction that's the following week. Again, doing this for 35 years, we get restaurant equipment, we sell computers, iMacs. What's important for the audience is there is some stuff that you're just not going to get. There's stuff that if you sink your money into it, even if you have to pay some extra money in freight, these all have stories that you can't replace. Tomorrow we can go out and buy go to Costco and buy a watch for, a tag for, $1,500. You know, we use it for 2 years. You might get $300-400. Might get somebody to give us 600. Shit that you can find all the time. You go, you want to buy something to do with Olympics. You can go and buy some Olympic memorabilia, some stamps, and some keychains and bullshit. But you're not going to find the amount of torches that we have. You're not going to find a CBS producer, Quist Riot, never seen. We're selling all the rights to this UFO stuff ever again. Of course, the auction's got some other significant items too. You know, if you're into license plates, I'm looking at a license plate here that's number 22 from 1917. That means it's the 22nd plate issued in Saskatchewan in 1917. So it went in order. So it went up and then eventually it changed the number. So there's some cool stuff. You got money, you want to put it into it. You got to be careful. Like, you know, Royal Dalton, you know, our parents and grandparents had it, Homo figurines and Moorcroft. We got all that stuff. That stuff is sort of tanked. Only the reason is because the younger generation doesn't know it too much. That's why antique furniture has gone to shit, because, you know, people don't have these big spaces. They don't give a shit about brown furniture. Teak furniture, mid-century moderns coming in, holding value. I would say that our auction, that's direct auctions on the 24th of October, which is coming up here with this Olympic stuff, it's just unheard of. What are those little torches? Burke's Jeweler is Mike. Burke's Jeweler is one of the top jewelers here in Canada. And those little mini torches?
Yeah, very limited run on the mini torches. We've got a ton of them. They've all got authenticity cards. They're all numbered. They got great weight to them. Highly collectible little things.
So
one sold recently
for $1,100. We've got
$1,200.
Again, if you don't take my word for it, Google Burke's and you'll see what Burke's is. So Burke's is a local company that do a lot of work stuff in silver. They produce these things in a limited number. One sold at auction for $1,100. Guys buying this for $1,100, $1,200, even $1,500. It's kind of like put it in the back, hold on to it. You know, take a little bit more time, sell it. That's what we should do. We should do the same thing, but we churn it. I don't want to say the word churn it and burn it, but we churn it and we go on to the next. But the significance of these 3 auctions is I'm basically selling you guys investments. I've been selling you guys some stuff that you could buy, literally hold on to, and don't take my word for it. Read the descriptions. And you will find a buyer for it. It's like keeping money safe in the bank.
I agree. I definitely agree. You know, again, watching your show growing up and stuff like that, you know, just learning how to barter and how to trade and how to increase value by the object that you have. It might not happen right away, but, you know, same thing. If you work hard enough at it and you're trying to sell or you're trying to trade, I mean, you can definitely work your way up, especially when you got something like the Olympic torch. You know, it's something that always holds its value.
And again, if you look at, and we all read about it, I mean, if you look at artwork, for example, the Group of 7, if you're familiar, there's 7 Canadian artists, and, you know, they're selling anywhere from $2 to $3 million. Most of this high-end stuff goes to auctions, whether it's Sotheby's, Christie's. Why does it go to auction? Because the auctions connect buyers all around the world. And this is a lot of stuff. Like if you bought 10 of my Olympic torches, 10 of my, even 10 of my, of the Burke's mini torches, and held on to them, there's probably not an auction in the world that's not going to take them in. If you contact some of the top art auctions, they're very peculiar in what they take. This UFO stuff, I saw some of these UFO pictures sell at Sotheby's, sell at Christie's. They would take it in. They're not, everybody goes in mom's closet, they pull out a piece of artwork, and half the time it's just usually worthless. But this is stuff that somebody will always take. This is something like if you were to do a charity event for some kind of a sports fundraiser or a school fundraiser, you bought an Olympic torch for $2,000. You're not going to get one. You put it out, you're probably going to get $15,000 for it, because this is something that somebody wants to keep. It's not like a figurine that's depreciated in value. These next 3 auctions have got tangible assets, taking the people from the crypto space into buying something that has been around for a long time. There's like Coke signs and Pepsi signs, which we've got some that are upwards around $70,000 and $80,000. We've got some in the picker auction on the 24th, not of that caliber. But this is safe investment. It's like gold, silver. As we all know, gold has gone up to about what, $4,500, $4,200 an ounce. Silver is up around 50. It's like holding on to silver. Of course, the market's also volatile, but at worst, if the market drops 25% and you've overpaid for it, you still have that tangible asset. Unlike this, of course, if it's a rare coin, you're going to get more for it than value. This is almost like buying a secure, tangible asset that especially if you're buying it on the right money, that you're always going to get out of it and make some money on it if you spend some time taking it. So yeah, watching my show negotiate. What my show didn't really do a lot is in the auction, because the auction is sort of like, I can't sell this at my store. I now can take this to international buyers all around the world to give them the opportunity to sell this UFO stuff. I'm telling you, like, to see this. I mean, and to know some of the significant people who don't believe in UFOs. Of course, the world doesn't want you to believe in UFOs. And I truly feel that we've been sort of kept in the dark. According to various people, we're not ready to hear it. Well, you can't tell me that all these interviews that Chris did back in the day were just a bunch of guys doing mushrooms and making the shit up. Okay?
So the backstory on the pictures, it was a guy that was a gunner, like in a turret of a bomber of World War II.
Yeah.
And every time that they saw UFOs cross by, they filmed everything. And every time he landed in debrief, the government would come, they would confiscate the tapes, he'd never see it again. So we thought there was something to it. So after he retired from the Air Force after World War II, he made it his life's mission to travel the world and talk to people that had pictures and have seen UFOs. And these pictures are his entire personal collection. There's over 200 of them. He traveled all around the world, all through the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. All the pictures are dated. This is all way before any sort of Photoshop or anything.
Exactly. No Photoshop, no editing, no AI.
Yeah.
So there you go. Did you guys hear all that?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's to see something like this. And again, how do you put a price tag on a picture of a UFO flying over New York City that a guy took in 1957 or 62? What is it worth? Well, I can tell you $6,000 to $8,000 is what Christie's got it for. But how much of it's out there? And, you know, nowadays we're so easily influenced in what we can't see or what's not real or what's real anymore. I mean, AI is just through. This is way back before AI, way back before you even, had a camera on a phone. This was like, go and get your film developed with your Kodak shit, you know. So it's to get this in such a large quantity. All three of these auctions are very, 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 very significant. And I talk to your audience, go online and have a look. Check it out. And some people actually, when we do Hollywood memorabilia, people actually fly here to come and sit and watch us in the background selling it. And these are spaces, like the auction business has evolved. It's been around forever. Many, many different changes, like the crypto scene. What I like about crypto is we're basically telling the big, oligarch investors, fuck you, because I could take $200-300 and all my friends, like Bidstop that one time, how everybody shorted that company. It was great to see young kids, young people. And if you're not inept to change, fuck it. I mean, the whole world is changing. The crypto space, of course, is changing. Like an idiot, I got involved in a STX type thing, thought I could make some easy money. Of course, I learned the hard way. I wish somebody would have sat me down like I'm sitting you guys all down to tell you, hey, this is the real deal. Like, this is some really, cool shit. I'm literally holding a Sochi Olympic torch. Telling you buy this thing for $1,500 Canadian, $2,000 Canadian. You sit, you spend a little bit of time. The Olympics are coming. I guarantee you, well, I don't want to say the word guarantee because there's never a guarantee in life, but I can pretty much guarantee you that when the Olympics come next year and you start putting this stuff online, the Olympics, when they come to your city, when they came to Vancouver, they've shut down stores that were called Olympic Pizza because they're worried about their proprietary rights on the word Olympic with their damn circles. This is amazing shit. And people who don't understand, it's kind of like eBay. Unlike eBay, in eBay, even maybe if a guy spent all day on eBay, you'd probably find stuff that you could probably easily buy and flip. That's a buy now option and all this shit. But this is still the groundworks, the fundamentals of the auction liquidation business and how it started from ever since auctions were around. So it's still there. Of course, it's changing a lot. Facebook Marketplace. How do you put an Olympic torch on Facebook Marketplace? And why wouldn't you take the LA one, put it in, go to take it to LA and put it for 10 grand? Well, you're not going to find any of them. By the way, I'm holding up a 1984 U.S. Olympic torch. Unbelievable. I'm holding I have no idea what the hell this is. By the way, these stands that we've got, This one not in particular. We have these stands that are worth $200 and $300. I mean, this. I wish I could show you this yearbook because you guys can't see it. Literally, Roswell, New Mexico, Area 51. I'm holding it up, guys, for the Twitter guys who go and see it. It's basically there's the message from General Spatz, who did the major cover up. All these people were. You can't see all the people that worked in Area 51 when they found all these spacecrafts. If any of these guys removed it back then, the FBI would seize it. So the only reason why it's probably not a big deal right now is because a lot of these people are dead. But here's some of the original documents photographed from Area 51 that you can't see of the astronauts that were involved, and of course the interviews.
So you mean to tell me the cops knew they were being set up by internal affairs?
I don't know. I everybody got nervous when they brought this stuff across the border. I believe, I don't know what I believe, but I do believe that there's a lot more out there. There's a lot of more unexplained shit. Do I believe in UFOs? I'm going to tell you, like, obviously there's something out there, and as close as you're ever going to get. This isn't some made up bullshit AI guy. This is some guy that literally did 1 or 2 seasons on CBS and was going to do more. Decided, came to us and sat us down through one of our employees, their friends in another venture. And they said, you know what? This was some fascinating shit, and let's get it out there. Let's sell these rights to people who want to know about it. And I mean, again, if Joe Rogan has had Bob Lazar on a number of times, there must be a reason for it. So you tell me.
Right. So just as a reminder, guys, right? So everything, like, if you guys want to see Jeff live right now, so at the top of the speakers panel on the billboard, there's a few links that are shared there to each direct auction, but also where Jeff is also live streaming right now as well. So as he's talking, as he's presenting, you guys are more than welcome to go take a look there as well. It's been shared at the top of the billboard.
One of the things that we do, Ryan, and I mean, Ryan met us. Ryan was a fan of the Liquidator, I take it, and to watch the show. And unlike any other auction, we do this basically. If you want to watch, we're basically crazy, and we have fun, right? I have my assistant. One of my assistants is a Pakistani, and I always bug the shit out of him. I know nothing about cricket, so we talk about how shitty his cricket team is, and I keep bugging him. And so, what's Pakistan know your team? But we were a little out there, so we're not the hi everybody, welcome to the auction. We're going to sell you this knife in particular. This is an original Puma knife made in Germany. We'll start the bidding at $20. We'll be sitting there swearing, and you know what? We're gonna have fun. Fuck you, but we have, like we literally start arguing, and we have fun doing it because we want to give a little bit of entertainment value, but at the same time, we're all too serious about everything that we do every day. And if we can have a little bit of fun, going back to the cricket racket. The cricket team of Pakistan ended up following me on Facebook and ended up sending me a cricket racket. So that was kind of cool. I don't know what the hell to do with it, but I got a cricket racket that I use for road racing. So if we don't have fun, what's the point? And you know what? Come into this registering of the auction, you can outbid your friends because there's a rule. No such thing as friends at an auction. But why not? And we're taking basically old school, new school to your school of your crypto guys that we're learning about. And, I getting in this, I'll tell you about a kid, 20 years old. No, 16 years old, Chinese kid from Taiwan. Came into one of my stores, bought $4,000 worth of running shoes. Next day, the guy bought $12,000 or $14,000 worth of running shoes. Each shoe, it took him 8 hours to buy. He flipped all the shoes while he was still in my warehouse. There's not a lot of young kids doing it like they used to. People go out and they buy those fucking storage lockers. You know what? 1 in 1,000 storage lockers, you're going to find something. Okay. This has been highly thought after. This is stuff that honestly, and I wanted to say this, direct auctions were a good company, but I tell you, this is Sotheby's Christie's material, and we're so lucky to have it. And we're basically telling you, man, like this is the shit. Like anything that you see on our listing at directauctions.ca when it comes to the Olympic stuff. If I'm wrong, watch this. If I'm wrong, you take one of those torches, find out the bidding history of what it sold for. You're going to find everything I've told you is 100% true. Go out and find this ship from the CBS producer from Chris Wyatt. Go find it. And then look at some pictures of alien that were sold at Sotheby's for $5,000 and $6,000. Okay. This is shit that everything I say, you can do your own homework and figure it out. You'll find the Financial Post doing an ad with a lady who is out of the United States, who that's all she does is Olympic torches, selling them for $20,000 to $300,000. You'll find that same article in the Financial Post in 2002 with one of the main collectors that happens to be out of Calgary. That's bought a lot of these things. We're trying to take, using your platform, Ox Agencies, like we all are trying to get our name out there. We're trying to get to your generation, your bid stop kind guys who took bid stop. We're just a mom and pop operation. My wife works here with her son and daughter and her son's boyfriend. My sons have been here. We got 35, 40 people working here. We're trying to get out there, and anything that we can get to tell you. What I'm telling you, I'm not making this shit up. This shit, everything I could see, you can have a look. Okay, they take a temporary leave. What? So, yeah, check out our auctions, directauctions.ca. Have a look this weekend, themadpicker.ca. You know, what do you want me to go through? Going through, oh, wait, right behind me, I got a gorgeous Tiffany lamp. I mean, I think the bottom line is if you go to our site, directauctions.ca, themadpicker.ca, go to our site, check out the items, check out the stuff, and verify what I said. I'm not lying. I didn't lie about one thing. There's a temporary hiatus between one of my wife's daughter and her boyfriend, and they're all in the background, and now they're looking at me like, and they're pissed off. What do you want me to hold up?
Let's see some.
All right, there's an Olympic torch from Vancouver Games signed by Trevor Linden, number 16, which is I'm holding this in my hand. Of course, the stand. There you go. There you go. Have a look. There's an Olympic torch from the 2010 Games, mint condition, signed by Trevor Linden.
Yeah, and also on that note, guys, you know, so same thing. Like I posted above on the billboard here. There's 3 links there, each different links for different auctions on how to register for the auction. So we're just gonna take a quick little minute here. We're gonna play a song. We'll come back with some more questions for Jeff, and yeah, we'll be right back.
Auction, the lights change, the crowd stops, the deals drop. He's not just a name, he's the movement. Jeff! There's a legend in the room, make way. Jeff the Liquidator's here today. Master of the deal, no fear, no delay. He don't talk, he makes it pay. His agency, light that flame. Trend the world, remember the name. From the ground to the fame. Jeff the Liquidator, game, set, claim. He don't chase, he creates the wave. Turns old stock into modern crave. From warehouse floors to headline fame. Every hammer drop, they chant his name. He's the boss, the closer, the motivator. Built from hustle, no imitator. Deal so clean, they shine like chrome. He doesn't sell, he brings it home. Turn up the lights, clear the lane. Every bid feels like champagne. One voice, one crowd, one sound. When Jeff steps in, the world turns round. There's a legend in the room, make way. Jeff the Liquidator's here today. Deals on fire, crowd gone insane. Say it loud, remember the name. The master, the closer. Deals too big to fold over. The negotiator. Making headlines, world takeover.
All right, guys, and we're back. Oh, there you go. There's that video we wanted of Jeff dancing.
Oh shit, you saw it. Hey, you know what I love? Every time I do an auction promotion, and obviously this is I'm going to be honest with you, obviously, somebody always says, how much for that? Guess what? You know how I'm going to answer that? Because that's one of the things that kind of drives me a little crazy because people don't understand what that means. How much for this 1984 Olympic torch? You know what the answer to that question is? How much are you willing to pay? You tell me what it's worth. I tell you that this is worth between $4,000 and $10,000. I'm not selling it to you. I'm not offering it for sale. Oh, I might if you gave me $100,000, I would, but it's dude. Yeah, exactly. There you go. There's the true nature of Schwartz. The prostitute. When we talk to emotions, the first thing, how much for that right now? Well, guess what? I guess if you said I'll give you 100 grand, I'll pull it out of the auction. But really, guys, you are the ones to tell us what you want to pay for this item. It's not us telling you. We start the item at $10. All right. Some other auctions, and again, I'm not saying it wrong. Some of them say they'll put a value of 68,000. They'll start the bidding at 1,000. We start it at the bottom, and it goes up, up, up. So this was, I think, sitting at around 350. The next bid will be 375, but 4, now 4 and a quarter, now 4.5, 5, but a bid 7.5, 1,000, 1,100, 1,200. That's what the value of it. You guys get to tell us what the value of the product is. That totem pole that is, you don't see a picture, but it is online, which is of Chief Kitsilano. We had a headdress from Manitoba. Again, all I'll give you an example when my ADD is setting on this one other item, but you're going to tell us. And you know what? These are significant coins, but there's a coin in Friday's auction. That's a gold coin. It's about 1.8 ounces. Originally, it sold at our auction in August for $575, and I looked it online, and I went to the online and I looked at it. It was $800 to $1,200. That coin's sitting at $2,000. That, but again, if you do the math on that coin, you look at it very closely, it's anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000. So literally in less than a month and a half. Not that gold's went up in triple in value. This is a piece that you could buy even if you pay $2,400. Where does it fit? Fits in your wallet. This is the stuff that in less than a month and a half, nothing goes other than Bitcoin, other than a coin. But here's something that already went up in the auction just based on someone who sees value. The guy that's bidding on as a coin collector missed it. So, yeah, this is like free inside scoop. Going back, Mike. So Mike, who works for us, he's much more on this UFO stuff. Essentially, these are, and I'll let him give you a quick whirl to explain to you that this is literally a TV show. If you were going to film it, go ahead, Mike, explain it to him because you got your facts better than me.
Yeah, so this was collected over 12 years by a top CBS producer, Chris Wyatt. CBS was going to do a show on it, and after all of the stuff was collected, they essentially didn't go ahead with the show. So it fell into a personal collection of Chris's. He owns all the production rights to it. It's ready to go.
Didn't he have a series though for a bit? He had a couple of episodes.
He did, yeah. And there's beta, there's professional tape. We've got them all digitized, ready to go. So whoever buys the interview tapes, and these are original interview tapes with astronauts, with people that,
Bob Lazar, Gene Huff, Gordon Cooper.
Yeah, that reverse engineered the technology or were commissioned to reverse the engineering.
Who was the guy that took apart the spaceship?
Bob Lazar and Gene
Bob Lazar took apart the spaceship.
Yeah. So these are original interviews.
And you know what they did with Bob Lazar?
Oh, they went after
They went after him.
And the only reason they couldn't finish him off is because he went so public with it.
Yeah. You Google Bob Lazar and look what they did to him. They hooked him up with prostitutes and all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah.
And why? They want to debunk it. You want to debunk something? God, we know how to do that, don't we all, right?
Yeah. So these are never before seen original interviews. The information on them is unbelievable, and they come with the rights to produce. Shows.
Who knows? I mean, this was so big. I mean, maybe they'll come after us tomorrow.
Maybe.
I mean, they don't want this shit out there, and we've got it. And I'm telling you, I don't care if you guys think that I'm giving you a sales pitch, that I'm giving you the good card. I'm not. I'm telling you, everything. If you take a UFO picture, go look, you'll find it. Google Bob Lazar. Here it is on one of the tapes, right here. Here it is, right in front of me. Here's Gene Huff. Here it is. Never seen before footage. All right here. There you go. And then go to the yearbook. Take some of the names. Google some of the names. Look at the guy that did the cover. All there. And when somebody gets this stuff released and it gets out there, what happens to the guy? Especially Bob Lazar. They try to take him down, and he stood ground.
And so the interview that they did with him, they did it in a hotel room in the late 80s. It's uncut. The whole interview, he talks about gravitational propulsion systems. He talks about how they fly. He goes in detail with what he saw at S4 and Area 51, all the technology that they reverse engineered. It's insane.
So where are you going to find it other than aux agencies and direct auctions?
Yep. So even based on that, so for somebody who has never participated before in an auction, how easy is it to buy at an auction, and what does that process look like with you guys?
Well, most of you know how to buy on Amazon, and most of you know how to buy on eBay. I really don't know how to buy on Amazon because I never bought anything from Amazon, and that's only because anyway, that's my own whatever. Basically, you register just like you normally do, like for Amazon or eBay. You put your name in there, you put your credit card in. You fill that out. We also do wire transfers and everything else, of course. You go online. You click the link from if it's the auction on the 24th or the Matt Picker auction, which is on the 28th. You go on the screen. You'll see an item come up for auction. For example, it'll be this mini torch that I've got here. If there's a bid on it already for $50, you go 60, 70, 80, and then the numbers go up. You watch us call it as we sell it. You click the button. There's something else because this is live. We do this live. This is like a play, like a performance. So whatever we do that day, that's it. There's no going back, like never going back. But for example, if you wanted to buy this torch and you absolutely could not make the auction, or you wanted to buy this knife that I've got sitting here, or if you wanted to buy this Tiffany lamp, I want to pay a maximum of $1,000 for this torch. Okay, so you leave $1,000 maximum on it. We then bid on the floor, 600, 700, 800, 900, 900 bid 950, 900 bid 950. Nobody bids, you get it for 900. So you don't have to actually be there, but this is an auction that, because a lot of other auctions do what's called a close bid, and meaning that they'll have this item up. It'll have 1 minute before the item goes, and soon as start people bidding, it extends the time. We do it live because we bring in the old school element with the new school element to show you that we're here doing it. You get to watch us, and we have fun doing it. And you know what? If you're doing deals and you're having a little bit of fun, it's kind of like, some people go golfing and some people go fishing, and I like talking shit on and doing an auction.
So for the upcoming Olympic auction, the auction's happening online. Can you walk us how it goes through on a live auction?
So basically, you register. You could register today or right up until auction time. You should probably register as quick as you can. We then go. We start the auction. We're doing it at 1 o'clock. Is it?
1 o'clock.
So 1 o'clock Friday. Normally we start at 10, but anyway, 1 o'clock this Friday. We go online. Exactly kind of what we're doing now, except we're going to be on speaker. You get to see me in one corner, and it will show the item. I believe the Olympic torch is lot 56. So, for example, now we're at lot 55. Lot 56 will come up onto your screen. A lot like when you're looking at Facebook Marketplace, you'll see the bid there. It'll show you what the high bid is. I think right now it's at 300, whatever, doesn't matter. Anyway, and then I'll go, okay, guys, we're at lot number 56. So you'll see it on your screen. You can do it on your phone. You can do it from home or whatever you want to do it. If you're alien spacecraft, if you're up there watching and want to buy some of that up you green alien there, you can bid online. The next thing will go 325, 350, 375, and people start bidding, and you bid against each other. And when we down to, let's say we're at 2,000, I'll go 2,000 looking for 221, 2,000 looking for 21. Last call, 2,100, 2,100, 2,000 now 2,100. Any advance and all sold, and then you get it.
So
then we take payment from you. We have a couple of shipping companies that'll work with you worldwide. And I'm going to tell you something. We did an auction again to add some credibility to this beautiful face. Bill Terazakis, famous. Go check his IMDb page out. Bill Terazakis was a guy who did. He did. What do you call it? Prosthetics for the film industry. So Bill Terazakis manufactured Freddy versus Jason Hand, all this stuff from Halloween. I mean, we were selling this stuff for hundreds of thousands of dollars, or literally hundreds of thousands, 10,000, 5,000. Anyway, one day we were watching TV, my wife and I, and there was this guy. He's got this these crazy houses in the United States. He's got this house with all these crazy props that he bought off us. And we thought, well, let's get it. So, and that was from us. He bought it from somebody else. So I think he paid 10 grand. Some guy paid 10 grand, sold this guy for 25,000. That was another one of these auctions where it was screen worn. There's only one other company in the world, two other companies that do a very good job. One of them's in London, one of them's in LA, and we got to do this. And if you go back in our history, you'll see the Bill Tarazakis one, the very first one we did. Second one was okay. The third one wasn't as good. But again, most of these people that were buying were dealers from Germany, Japan, Holland, New York, Florida, Caribbean. And these guys were buying all this stuff. There were some end users, but a lot of times the people that are buying for clients. A lot of times clients don't want to be identified. For example, I think it was Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen, we had the Teenage Ninja Turtle outfits. Seth Rogen was actually on set when that show was being filmed. His film worked for James Shavik, who was the ultimate producer of that show. He was a major collector of this, whether he got it or not, but he's not going to register because it will show us, so people are buying stuff like this. Another guy, Snoop Dogg, big collector of Olympic memorabilia. Of course, love to be able to get a hold of Snoop Dogg and say, Snoop, check this out. Doesn't know who I am. But you know what? But these are guys who collect this stuff. Go Google who collects UFO stuff, who collects German Bowie knives, who collects UFO
Olympic torches.
This license plate means nothing to you. It's number 22. Somebody in Saskatchewan, I saw a plate like this sell for $10,000. A lot of auctions have a lot of brokers, many middlemen who come and buy the stuff for a client. This is, I don't want to say Sotheby's, because Sotheby's, Christie's and all these guys, these are $10 million, $20 million, $30 million auctions. Nowhere near that. But this is the kind of stuff that they have certain people that they'll have register. They just don't want to be identified to buy this stuff for them. And we've had that in the past. They won't tell us who they are. And these are the three auctions where we're doing that. I truly feel that if the general public, and you don't have a lot of time, you got 4 days to look at the stuff at the Olympics. You got the UFO stuff is not up yet. So is it not? It's not up yet, is it?
It's getting cataloged.
It's getting cataloged as we speak. So it's going to be, a lot of people will hold on to it. Even now we should have hold on to this to the Olympics next year and do it around that time. But it make a lot more sense. But unfortunately, you've got overhead, you got staff, you got to sort of burn it, you got to keep it going, you got to sell it when you can sell it. And it is what it is. It would have been nice to have this a month after the games, but I didn't get it a month after the games. I got it now.
Yeah.
My loss is your guys' game.
So if somebody can't sit there and watch the auction all day, what's the alternatives, ways to bid or to stay involved?
If you can't sit and watch me all day, I don't know why, because there's something mentally wrong with you. If you don't want to see me and Omar go at it, or me and Mike go at it, I'm just kidding, doing a little performance. You go and you bookmark the items that you have. So you could be you can bid on your phone. You could leave your maximum bid. Again, if you're going back to lot 56, the Olympic torch, and you wanted to pay $2,000, that's your top bid, leave it in there. Or you bookmark the item, and when the item comes up, you'll see there's a bookmark category on the auction site. It'll show you on your phone, and then you just have to swipe, and that's it. So you don't have to watch. You could leave all your maximum bids. Sometimes you're going to get taken right to the maximum. Sometimes there's going to be room left over. Not that we take you to it. That means someone's bidding against you. Here's something though. There was a painting. It was done by a Harrison, which is a famous Canadian artist. Even me, I own the auction house. We had it in the auction house where we're doing the Mad Picker sale at the location in Oligrove. I said to the owner, Wayne, well, I am the owner, but I said to Wayne, I want to go $1,000. Buy this picture for me for $1,000. Like an idiot, I left the maximum of $500. What happened? I thought I thought that he would just buy it for me. It sold for $550, $14,000 piece of artwork. And I was so stupid. Why didn't I just leave the maximum? It went for $550. Like people always think, oh, well, who cares? You're willing to, that there's value there. Even if you paid the maximum that you wanted to pay, you're still at the extreme low at the bid. Again, if you knew how to get a hold of Snoop Dogg, I'm just using it as an example. If you knew how to get a hold of a guy, hey, Snoop, you know what I mean? And where's he going to buy it? Of course, he's got a lot more connections than all of us do. But yet, if he really wanted this thing, it's a $10,000 fucking torch all day. Trevor Linden means nothing maybe to you guys. He was number 16, played for Canucks, Washington Capitals, New York Islanders. He was a local legend. He only signed 16. So for the 16 people who are Vancouver fans living in Vancouver, significant. Okay, forget Trevor Linden signed it. Still a Vancouver 2010 torch that's selling for anywhere from $2,500 to $3,500 all day.
Yeah.
But if you can't be there, you register with your credit card, or is that right? And you leave your maximum bid, bookmark the items you like. So if you're, out gallivanting or you're fishing and the item comes up, you just it'll give you a notification on your phone and you just as easy swipe.
So when it comes to after, getting, after placing your bid for the item that you want and you have now won that item, do you guys ship internationally, and how
So
are
we
your
do ship
logistics of that?
internationally. We have a UPS store that comes in. They wrap the items. A lot of people, and some people give a shit and say, "Why do you wrap the items?" The reason why we don't wrap items for people is if something's not wrapped properly, at least with UPS or a company called Pack Mail, and I'm going to point something else out before, just remind me on that thought. They'll come in, they'll do the job, they charge you for this, but at least that way you're insured if anything should happen on the shipment. So as soon as you execute it, we come and we take payment. We give you some various options on how to get the goods shipped to Germany, actually, or wherever it is that you are in the world. So you can be anywhere in the world. I don't know if you can do it in North Korea, but nonetheless, I don't know why that came to my head. We'll find a way if you want to take it into North Korea. But literally, if you there's one item in there, a Sochi Olympic torch, still in the Russian wrapping, which we never took out. It's still in the Russian wrap from Russia. We're selling it like that. But if you wanted to get it back to Russia, UPS does handle it. They give you sort of a rough quote. Sometimes people send friends in that they know, they come up. A lot of times Americans have somebody who lives in Seattle will drive up and they sometimes take it or whatever, but it's pretty we just don't get involved in it just because if not, this isn't an auction, but a lot of times we have a $30 lot. We miss a little silver ring that's worthless. People come back. No, here it is, insured. You're covered. We got Pack Mail. We've got UPS. Of course, you can use whoever you want. Of course, you can't use Canada Post because they're on strike. But so that it's pretty painless, pretty easy going, and like I said, anywhere in the world. I want to point out that people forget, and every auction does this. We charge a buyer's premium, so that means if you're paying $100, if you're in the U.S., you're out in the world, you don't have to pay tax. We charge 18%, so $100 is going to cost you $118. That's how we make money. Buyer's premiums around the world are anywhere from 15 to 25%, depending on what it is. Of course, when you're doing $1 million painting, it's not that much. But we do charge, so you want to keep that in mind. If you're bidding $1,000, it's going to cost you $1,180. However, if you're using U.S. funds, $1,180 is only about $765, $780 U.S.
Yeah, so just remember, guys, make sure that you guys click the link above the speakers panel on the billboard here. There's 3 links to register for 3 separate auctions. Also, as you know, from what we said earlier, Jeff is also doing a live right now. He is showing some of the torches as we're speaking here. So if you guys want a chance to go check that out, make sure you guys click on the link above to redirect you straight to the live stream. And make sure that you guys follow each and every one of us here at the speakers panels, the co-host, or anybody speaking. Make sure you follow Jeff, X-Trans, OX Agency, Walt, Dr. Michael, Martin. This is, it's been such a great space. And so from your experience, Jeff, what has been the most memorable or unexpected sale you've ever had while doing an auction?
So when we go back to the Bill Karazakis estate, which was, again, he was a prop master, and there was the lady, his wife. Actually, funny enough, this guy's done stuff with Will Smith. He's done almost every famous Hollywood celebrity that you can think of. You name it, he's worked with him. Schwarzenegger, list goes on. Anyway, he came in one time to my store before I even knew what the hell he was. I signed a card for him. He was all thrilled to meet me, which was like, what the fuck? Anyway, so there was a straw, like a fucking straw that you go, and you know when you go to a dentist, you get a tooth imprint, you go, you bite on it, the imprints before you get a crown. When you have a mouthpiece for fighting, so there was like a mouthpiece with a straw attached to it, and it sat on my desk like this for months. I kicked it out of the way, moved it out of the way. I said, a fucking straw with a mouthpiece. Come on. Thing went for $21,000. Why? It was a hero piece that belonged to the original movie Halloween. That blew me away. I mean, selling Jason's hand for, $50,000, $60,000 was one thing. This is a lot like it, man. Everything that I'm showing you, this is like that sale. These guys who collect Hollywood screen used items, they know. And the funny thing is, it saddens me a little bit, but sometimes we do these auctions and we got a bunch of people that are pickers, meaning like the picker. They go out and they look for deals because we never got to this next level. Like if you got shit tons of money and you want something, you'll just go out and buy it. right? You're not going to worry about going to an auction to save $5,000. If I got the end user, the right end user on one of these torches or that totem pole that we got from Kitsilano, it's a $25,000-$30,000 piece. But the guys with the money, they'll fucking carve a check for $25,000 or $30,000. What you know what? They'll take a quarter of a Bitcoin and cash out to buy because to them, their time is worth more money. So sometimes it's sad to see that these are going to guys that are buying this stuff, and I can guarantee you that one house in particular I saw on TV with my wife and I were watching. I know what he told me what he paid. I don't know if he's bullshitting on TV. 60,000. I sold it for fucking 10 Canadian. This is the same shit. People who watch my show, what's up for Jack's angle? What's up? There is no angle. I'm at your mercy. I'm at what you guys want it to be. If we get good results, we'd love to publish them. There's a company, I don't want to plug them. You go on, starts with an R, down in the States. They made an offer on this stuff. You can Google that auction. Everywhere you go, AI even pulls that guy up. I'm not talking about my competition. He did actually have a General Custard sword that a gentleman I know bought. We sold it up here. This company, if you Google his company in the United States, he is well-known for selling this shit. Got a very good reputation. Been doing it for a long time. He shows some of his published results. We've got this here. He did make an offer. The guy happened to be Canadian. I happen to know a friend. That's why we're doing it. So we're lucky enough to do it. So again, I'm going on about it, but because he's been developing a reputation of doing it, he's got these clients. I'm at the mercy of what I can do with the budget by going on to this podcast, by going on to my Facebook, by going on to my whatever. There is fucking opportunity here, and it drives me crazy. I sold a speaker the other day on Saturday. It was worth $32,000. Okay, one speaker. What were they called? Bells and Whistle, was it? Bell and Wilkins, some shit like this. $5,500 each we got for these things. That's $70,000. The guy bought them, paid for them. Truck came to pick them up. He flipped both speakers, made $8,000. We thought we were doing good at $5,200. He made $8,000. That's good because I'm happy. He's happy. Going to come home. And this is what I'm doing. I'm basically saying, try this. Try it. Utmost, the only failure you're going to have is if you buy shit. Okay. You can do the homework on this shit, this good stuff, and you get the money. Anyway, I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to talk people into doing it, but really, guys, and you know what? When we do it, mention it when we do it live. You can send me a note online, say, hey, I watched the podcast, or hey, I watched the Twitter stuff with Ox Agencies. Great. We'll even double look after you to make sure that when you're bidding, that we'll guide you through it.
It's a beautiful thing. You guys heard from Jeff yourself. So we are getting close to we're approaching the end of the hour here. So this is the time. The Q&A. If anybody wants to come up and ask Jeff a question, now this is the time. We'll give it a couple minutes, like a minute or so.
Right there. He goes, Snoop. He would buy. People know this. Snoop buys this shit. I'm telling you. If the way to get a hold of Joe Rogan, if it would be that easy, can you imagine if we got to share this with Joe Rogan? One of the things, and I'm sure you guys do the same thing, is to get that connection out there. Can you imagine? If we had the ability to pick up that phone and do it, and you never know where it goes.
Yep. Hey, Walt, I seen that you had your hand up, buddy.
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's up, Jeff? What's up with everybody out there in the community? Nice to meet you, and nice to meet you, Jeff. But yeah, definitely. I agree with kind of what you're getting to, and we're seeing the whole world right now is changing back to, if anything, assets, right? And of course, we've always been big on that, saying liabilities is what, like, the people that have problems with with financial, and while the people with money have they buy assets. But we're seeing now the merge, of course, with gold. And of course, that's leading the way, because right now we're seeing where old money, smart money is like, hey, we don't know the uncertainty what's happening with the US dollar, especially as well. We're seeing inflation at rapid hyper stages right now. So, I mean, right now you're seeing people collecting from Pokemon cards to all the way to, of course, memorabilias. And it's happening. And now it's also happening, of course, more than ever in crypto, where you're seeing tokenization more of memorabilias from Scottie Pippen's Game 5 ball that you're seeing, the actual ball where Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen won their first, championship, to, many artworks, right, where you can as well show proof that you also as well have the actual painting or the actual artwork or and anything. But you're also seeing, of course, people are now going to start wanting to find these amazing memorabilia that are assets, and of course have the funds to do that as well. So I think definitely you coming more than ever into the X space, or to even talk to us about the pros of collecting these, and as well the future of it. I truly do agree with it.
Well, look at during COVID, we all know, and Jason and I were mentioning that earlier. A Rolex watch, you go order one for 19,000, turn around and sell it in 3 months before you even get it, for 22 to 20 up to 30,000. Everybody went nuts. Pokemon, all the hockey cards went crazy. We're when we're and I'm sorry if I say this wrong. I still believe that we're still in the early stages of crypto and its lifespan compared to gold and silver. If I'm wrong, I mean it's still got a long way to go, and I still think a lot more opportunity going to it. But again, taking these collectibles and not overpaying it like people during the COVID, this is why this opportunity of some of this product that we're offering now, it's going to be at that ground level price. Like it's like when Bitcoin's down to 60,000 or 30,000, or Ethereum's down to 1,500. Well, a lot of people start buying. This is kind of like that. Not saying that we're in the bottom, but this is like introducing your guys, and now you've got a tangible asset, right? Because you could research some of these things. It's not what I don't give a shit what you see something sell for, like or listed for. It's what it sells for. You could do that with almost every one of these items, so you're relatively safe. But you are right.
No,
No,
I
it's that.
appreciate you, Jeff.
Yeah, no, very well said. And that's what it comes down to. It's tangible assets and real world assets. And
We're taking a bit of Warren Buffett and we're mixing it into what's her name, the Bitcoin, Kathy Wood. You're taking Kathy Wood as well as Warren Buffett, and we're coming with an even mix. This way, you take a little bit of Bitcoin assets or the little bit of money that you got. And again, I'm just doing this because you got this is in your guys' wheelhead, in your space, and trying to not it's even like, for an example, a Rolex, they are still holding their value, but everything, of course, the government's not giving out money. You are correct. Hyperinflation is crazy. There's a president now in the United States that's making daily decisions on that no, whether you follow him or not, I'm not getting into it, but what I'm saying is he seems to be making changes on a current basis, or making it very difficult for businesses of all over the world to make decisions. Last he was after Colombia. Okay, now what? What next? That's why people are going looking at gold. Okay, we have gold, we have silver, and should we invest into this? I mean, it's endless. But you know what? What's the worst case that happened with silver and gold? It dropped and died.
my bad, guys. That was my audio going off here. But
No, I thought that was like a hype clip because I'm used to that from my show. So I was like, let's go.
yeah. Oh well, so I mean, if there's any other questions, again, this is the time, guys. Um, this is really time. Ask any questions for Jeff. If you the same thing, make sure that you guys click on the links if you guys want to register to the auctions. Again, there's 3 separate auctions. There's 3 separate links. Please make sure that you follow all your hosts, co-hosts, and speakers. Make sure you follow Jeff. Make sure you follow Walt, 0xHZ X-Trans, Dr. Michael, Banksy. Make sure that you follow everybody. As you guys know, we do weekly spaces here. We make sure that we provide you guys with some value each and every week. So if there's no other questions, we'll give it another little bit. Make sure that people are coming up here and want to ask a question. Now is the time. If nobody's asking questions, then I will play a song and we will end the space here. So again, this is the time, guys.
Hey, David Katz, I just saw that it is on Hulu and Amazon Prime.
Well, so maybe what I'll do is I'll play the song a little bit, and then if there's nobody wanting to come up for questions, we'll end the space here.
Yeah, but I want to say thank you guys again as well. You guys did an amazing space, and Jeff, definitely you know how to get it going, a conversation, and love what you're doing, and as well the awareness you're spreading, because people need to learn more about assets and where they can collect. And I mean, it's incredible. I one of my good friends, I didn't even know, but he had kind of stayed quiet about it. That he actually caught the Shohei ball, the baseball that happened at the Miami Marlins, and it was big controversy. I'm pretty sure you saw that. and ended up being auctioned for like $4.5 million. And
There you go.
uh, yeah, it was incredible. So you see that these memorabilias are not only worth a lot as well, but they're gonna hold, on value and increase actually with time. So that was impressive to see something like that. And and he's continuing to big his legacy. So you never know that when you get even something memorabilia, it continues to go up in value as well. If that person is still even playing in real life, or whatever they're achieving, they're still making history.
It's like a lot of people got involved with Beanie Babies and all that Cabbage Patch bullshit. That stuff that was mass produced in China. Sadly, I don't want to cut down people, but really, there's no money in it. This is what this shit is, man. And I can't put it out there enough as to tell you. I wish that we had more time to do it, but I'm literally giving you the inside scoop. So there you go. Thank
Yeah,
you for having me, guys. It
no,
was
I appreciate it.
Just a name. He's the movement.
Jeff, 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 Jay. There's a legend in the room, make way. Jeff the Liquidator's here today. Master of the deal, no fear, no delay. He don't talk, he makes it pay. Agency, light that flame. Trend the world, remember the name. From the ground to the fame. Jeff the Liquidator, game, set, claim. He don't chase, he creates the wave. Turns old stock into modern crave. From warehouse floors to headline fame. Every hammer drop, they chant his name. He's the boss, the closer, the motivator. Built from hustle, no imitator. Deals so clean, they shine like chrome. He doesn't sell, he brings it home. Turn up the lights, clear the lane. Every bid feels like champagne. One voice, one crowd, one sound. When Jeff steps in, the world turns round. There's a legend in the room, make way. Jeff the Liquidator's here today. Deals on fire, crowd gone insane. Say it loud, remember the name. Jeff, the master, Jeff, the closer. Deals too big to fold over. Jeff, the negotiator. Making headlines, world take over.
All right, guys. Well, that closed it for our space today. I hope you guys all enjoyed the space. And as usual, till next time, we have weekly spaces. Thank you each and everyone for showing up. Remember that there's 3 separate links for 3 different auctions. Make sure that you click the right link for the registration of that auction. And again, make sure you follow your speakers, your host, your co-host. Until next time, we're Zero X Agency.